What's up guys, welcome to my first video, which is going to be a Lookism tier list. So the tier list was made by this guy, so shout out to this guy. These are the tiers. I'm only going to be ranking the strongest versions of the characters. So I'm not going to be ranking like all these old versions of like Daniel, Vasco, etc. Just because they would just make the list way too big. I'm not trying to do all that. I'm also not going to be ranking like these outdated and like super weak characters. Like that would also just make the list like too long and just unnecessarily long. Um, there's also some like Manager Kim and Questism characters down here, which I'm not gonna be ranking. It's just gonna be a Lookism tier list. Alright, so the first character we got is Full Power OG Daniel. I think he's right here. This guy is hella strong. I feel like he just got done dirty by Gun because Gun just countered him. Gun knew all his skills. Um, and yeah, he just couldn't really show much, but I really think he's at that tier. Next character, UI OG Daniel. I think he's right here. I think he's also like insanely strong. He just like it's hard to tell how strong he is because he fought Machine UI, which is like one of the strongest in the verse. And you could honestly argue he did better than Onigun against Machine UI because he made him like take out Gite's techniques and all that shit. So this guy could even be higher than he is. It's hard to tell. We don't really know how strong he really is. So I'm just put him right there for now. Um, Nice character, perfect body Daniel in the Busan arc. I think he's like on the same tier as the OG body Daniel, but it's like stronger. UI perfect body, Pinnacle. This guy's never really lost. Um, when he did lose, it was just because of a weakness. Like Gun just exploited his weakness. But in terms of raw, like just raw power and like full power, which is what I'm ranking on this list, he's never really lost. Like he could be even stronger than like Gaprong and Shinken. To be honest, like he has the perfect body. He's supposed to be like the perfect fighting machine or whatever. He could legit be stronger than those guys. Could be the strongest in the verse type shit. So, all right, next character. We have Zack. So Zack is first gen king level. Um, Vasco also like around Zack's level. Vinjin, Wusan arc. Put him above Vasco, below Zack. Um, Next is Hudson, Mastery Hudson. I'll put him above Vasco, below Vinjin. Should not put him above Vinjin. Just because strength mastery, but he's also limited because he just has really only has his fists. And I feel like Zack also, like even though it hasn't been like explicitly said, I feel like Zack has the speed mastery. Just because it's implied, I feel that Gongseop and Taesu, like Taesu has strength mastery and Gongseop had the speed mastery. That's just my opinion, but yeah, that's where I'm putting them. Um, Johan is the next character. This guy's goated, insanely strong right here. I'm gonna put him a tier below UIOG Daniel. Next Jay's like a tier below these guys. Logan, same tier as Jay. Hasn't really shown much. Last time he like fought, he just got jumped. And really, it's hard to tell how strong he is. I don't think he's on the level as these guys though. Um, Next character Jake. Hunt for Gun Jake. This is like base Jake without the conviction. I think he's below Daniel most of the time. But when he gets a conviction, where is he? This is supposed to be like conviction. When he gets a conviction, he's above Daniel. Next character is Eli. Busan Eli. I think he's like on the same level as Jake. I'd put Jake slightly above him. Actually, I'm probably gonna put Busan Perfect Body Daniel above both of them just because I don't know, bro. This dude just has crazy aura. I don't know if it's the hairstyle or what, but he's got aura. Um, Next character, Warren. For Gun Warren, same tier as like Eli and Jake. Weaker than them. Same thing with Jerry. Uh, Crying You Sung is like above all these guys. Right there. Mandiok, same tier, like same level as You Sung. Next character, Gun, the GOAT himself. This tier. The base gun. Yamazaki UI gun. Right here. Actually, no, I'm gonna put base gun right here. So I don't think he's a whole tier above. Like I don't think he just easily beat like OG UI Daniel in terms of like raw power. I don't think he's that much stronger. But I do think he'd easily win just because like he knows the weakness of UI if they ever actually fought. Next character is Ooh. Who's also goaded. I think he's stronger than base gun just because I feel like him using a sword gives him more like potential for lethality. But honestly, they're like both interchangeable. Like I wouldn't mind if you put gun above goo. It's whatever. Next we have twin sword goo. I think he's on the same tier as Oni gun. It just like he did almost kill him, and I feel like a lot of people don't realize that. So I do think he's still on the same tier. Like he's obviously weaker, but he's still on the same tier. Like he could still fight him, you know. Uh, Next is Sinuhan. Sinuhan's goated in my opinion. Put him right here. Uh, Next we have post training lineman. I think he's gonna be stronger than Sinuhan, but weaker than Johan. But he should be stronger, I feel like, than the Jake and Sinu that we've seen, just because this dude's aura legit had them like shook, like they couldn't believe it. And I feel like for him to be relevant, like as well, he has to get that big of a power up. But honestly, if he's any higher than that, that'd be fucking insane, bro. Like Lightning Choi would have to be a fucking magician, cause the dude would have to got like he would just get an insane amp, bro. Like that would be a huge amp if he's any higher than this. Also, Sinuhan, the reason I put him there is because I'm kind of a glazer, but this dude's also like he's never really been shown to try, bro. Like he's never tried, and even though he fought a weaker Eli and Warren, he still like easily was having like the upper hand against them without trying. So that's why I have him that high. I feel like just portrayal wise, he's kind of like him, but you could like put him like I wouldn't be mad if you put him like below Jake. Um, Next character, Taejin. I feel like Taejin is like on the same level as Sinuhan. Base number one. Put him right here. I think it's like the strongest number one. I don't really remember. Like once again, I'm gonna put him like same level as Sinuhan. I think he's stronger than Taejin. Commando Ryuhei. I don't really remember this guy's power too much, but put him like right here. Who do we have next? Xiao Lung. Probably like J tier. Who's next? The Busan crew heads. These guys are all pretty fodder, to be honest. I feel like this guy was like the second or first strongest. And this guy's the third strongest. Then this guy is fodder. Then this guy. The other one go. Guy's also fodder. Next characters. Two Mastery James Lee. Two Mastery James Lee I'd put like right here. Yeah, I think that's fair. Could be higher, could be lower, I don't really know. Three Mastery James Lee. Put like right here. Um, Current James Lee, I think is like right here. This is considering that this is an injured Onigun, which I definitely do think he's stronger than an injured Onigun. Um, we did see him fight with Machine UI, and he didn't really try. Like, I mean, he was like still fighting back without like really trying. Like, he's never. Really, I feel like we haven't really seen his true power yet. So that's why I think he's still stronger than the injured Onigun. And also, like, I do think you could argue like let's say like a full HP Onigun, like not injured. I do think you could argue he's stronger than James Lee. Um, Current Gite Kim. I think he's stronger than James Lee, but they're like interchangeable. Uh, Gene Ryan, I feel like is like portrayed on the same level as James and Gite, but I think he's the weakest of the three. So I'll put him right there. Um, Three Mastery Xiangji is easy. Just put him like same level as James Lee. Big Song. I think he's gonna be like this strong. Like above two Mastery James and Xiangji. Could be higher, could be lower, I'm not sure. I think this guy's gonna be like around the same level as Big Song. He could be maybe stronger. Cause that one guy did like say that like he's like the strongest he's ever seen or whatever, but I mean obviously he must have not seen Gene Rang and then maybe he didn't see Big Song. So that's why I'm putting him there. But I do think you could argue he's above Big Song. I wouldn't be surprised. He does look like more of a fighter as well, I feel like. So I would not be surprised. Next we have this guy. This guy's like the third strongest probably of the Busan goons. I think he's number three anyways, so yeah. I do think he's gonna be above um but shit. I don't know if I should bring Taejin down. Yeah, I'm gonna bring Taejin down actually. He's probably stronger than Taejin. I don't know. I think this looks fine to me. Alright, this guy doesn't look very strong. I still think he'll be like around here probably. Then the other goon, probably like around the same level. So right there. I think this is fine. Yep. Next character, Prime Ji Chang. I do think the younger Ji Chang was stronger than the Ji Chang that fought Daniel, just cause his mental wasn't like fucked up, and like he also low diffed younger Taesu, which is kind of crazy. So I'll put him like right here. I still think Sinu's stronger because I'm a Sinu glazer. Um, Next, Prime Jagion. Jagion, I think, will be insanely strong. I think he's gonna be like stronger than Seongji and 3 Mastery James. Just cause like this dude has crazy aura, and I feel like PTJ has just been like hiding his skills purposely. And also James Lee tells him like not to fight, cause then it would be pointless. So I don't know, like I doubt he's stronger than Jin Rang, but yeah, I still think he's gonna be like insanely strong. Who else? Current Gong Xiap, I feel like will be stronger than his younger self, despite losing a leg. I feel like he's just made up for it in like durability and like just straight up raw strength. But he might have like lost speed, I feel like. But I do think he's gonna be stronger than I think he's gonna be like around the same level as Prime Ji Chang. Just slightly weaker. Um there's like a younger Gong Xiap. Put him like around Zach level. Just above Zach because I feel like Gong Xiap is more implied to have had speed mastery, and I feel like that's implied because when Ji Chang fights Gite, he's like basically saying like, "Oh my God, he punches like as strong as Tae-Soo, and he's dodging as fast as Gonxiop." And like I feel like that just implies he has like Gite has 2 masteries, which would obviously also imply like Gonxiop and Tae-Soo have like speed and strength mastery, or like Gonxiop has speed mastery and Tae-Soo has strength mastery. Um, who's next? Current Tae-Soo. Oh, shit. Current Tae-Soo, I think, is also stronger than his younger self. Put him right there. Younger Tae-Soo got low diff by Ji Chang, so I'm gonna have to put him around like Hudson. Next. Current Seokdu, I think, is also stronger than his younger self. But I'm gonna put him below Tae-Soo just because it's not really implied or anything that he has strength mastery or any mastery at all, so I have to put him there. This guy's weak. Guy got fodderized by he got fodderized by Eli by himself, and it was a weaker Eli. But I still put him first gen, like bottom of the barrel, first gen king, I guess. Doxy, this guy's actually pretty strong. The king of Pyeontaek, he 2v1 or he 1v2'd Eli and Warren, who were stronger than the ones that Seokdu fought. So he's probably, and it looked like they actually struggled a lot against him. So I'm gonna put him above Seokdu, slightly above. Who else? Old Gabriel, I don't think he's stronger than Twin Sword Gu. Like this Gabriel is hella old. It's not like Shingen who like lethargic Shingen wasn't that old. Like he was just depressed. So I really doubt that this Gabriel is like on the same level. I feel like this Gabriel, I can't see him being above Twin Sword Gu. He's probably above Old Tom Lee, which would mean he's above One Sword Gu. I think this is fair, but I can't see him being above Twin Sword Gu. That would just be crazy to me. Cause then he's like probably like around gun Oni gun level, which would like just seems crazy for an old Gaprion. Like for him to, like he's old, fat, like I don't see it. Um Next we have Prime Gaprion, this guy's straight up monsters. Top of the verse. Don't need to say anything else. Old Elite. Very strong. But I think he's right here. What else do we have? Prime Elite. Absolute monster. I think he's like on the same level as James Lee. Maybe stronger. I think they're interchangeable, but I feel like James Lee is stronger just because um I feel like Charles just raised James Lee to be the strongest, like as strong as you could possibly make him. And I feel like it would just make sense for James Lee to like have surpassed Prime Elite or like just be on the same level. Um Oh, Jin Young, I don't really remember too much, but assuming he's like in prime, like in a perfectly normal like mental state, he'd probably be like right here. Actually, no, he'd be like right here. I think that's fair. Perfect mental state, Oh Jin Young. Next, Prime Jin Young, monster. Do you think he's above Old Gabriel? Is next. Old Tom Lee, I think he's like right. He's like right here for now. I do think these two could actually be stronger, or he could even be like here. I'm not sure. I'll just put him right here for now. But there is a potential I feel like these two could be stronger, or at least this one for sure. I do think Jaegyeon will be like Tom Lee level though, even if he's not stronger. Prime Tom Lee, absolute monster. I think he's gonna be right here. I do think you could also argue Gu and Gun at their peak are stronger because Tom basically glazed their potential, like saying like when he saw Johan, he was like surprised that like anyone could have more talent than them basically. So you could kind of argue that they were stronger than the prime Tom Lee, but at the same time there is a considerable age gap. I feel like prime Tom looks like he's probably like in his 30s or some shit, so he could still be stronger. So I'm just put him there. Uh, Next we have Prime Baco, absolute monster. I think he was stronger than Gite. His insane aura, and he'd have to be insanely strong to be the sword of Gaprion, who is literally the peak of the verse. So I think that's fair. If I wasn't ranking him here, I'd put him like right here. Like I know some people think Elite is stronger. I think this would be fair. I'll put him right here. Next we have Lethargic Shingen, like the Crush Shingen. Assuming this is without injuries. I do think he's above Old Gabriel. Put him like right here. I think that's fine. Yeah. Actually, no, because this is the base Shingen, the press Shingen. I'm gonna put him right here. Okay, next. Next we have injured Oni Shingen. I'm guessing, which would be like right here. I don't think he's stronger than Onigun. He could be. I'm not sure. You could argue it. I'll just put him there for now. Um, Ui Shintaro. He's like, I think he's stronger than the base Shingen, even if Shingen was injured. So I'd put him like, I think like right here is fair. Oh, I miss Prime Shingen. Obviously, top of the verse, peak. You could even argue he was stronger than Gavrong, but I don't think he was stronger than Gavrong. Who's next? Versus Gunjin Taro, I'm not gonna rank because I mean it's clear he just let Gun win in my opinion, and it's just hard to tell how strong he is. So, uh, I feel like this guy was Shintaro just because I thought that there was the second strongest after Shingen besides Shintaro. Just considering Shintaro was like Gun's brother and all that. This guy was the third in command. I'll rank him just because